My name is Natasha McLaskey, and I will be presenting on Ivan Petrovich Pavlov. Ivan Petrovich Pavlov was born in 1849 in the town of Ryazan. His family had many priests, and so at first Ivan studied for the priesthood until 1870, when at the age of 21 he enrolled in the military medical academy and pursued natural science. He received his medical degree in 1883 and began working on research on digestion. It was during this time that he discovered the conditioned reflex. The conditioned reflex is when a dog starts salivating at the sight of the meat powder that Pavlov was using to study digestion. He realized that conditional reflexes could be explained through principles of association. Like, for example, when you smell good food, your mouth waters. Pavlov believed in unconditioned and conditioned reflexes. An unconditioned reflex is natural and is triggered by an unconditioned stimulus and thus produces an unconditioned response. Conditioned reflexes are created by experiencing unconditioned reflexes that are natural but become conditioned when paired with a conditioned stimulus. For example, the meat powder Pavlov used with the laboratory animals. When the stimulus is provided, a conditioned response takes place. This works in humans as well. Although Pavlov was not a huge fan of psychology, he did like Thorndike and acknowledged that Thorndike as the first to do systematic objective research on the learning processes in animals. Pavlov believed that all central nervous system activity can be characterized by either excitation or inhibition, and that all behavior is reflexive. He called this the cortical mosaic, and it determines how we will respond to the environment at any given time. Pavlov was a positivist and very dedicated to his laboratory work. He wrote two books. The first was Work of the Principal Digestive Glands, 1897, and the second was called Conditioned Reflexes, which was translated in 1927. Pavlov was married, and she was a firm believer in his work, so much that he spent most of his money to purchase laboratory animals. And because of his work with gastric juices, which had become very popular for stomach remedies in St. Petersburg, he was able to sell the saliva for considerable proceeds, which of course went right back into the laboratory. Pavlov was highly regarded in St. Petersburg, and in 1921, Lenin gave him many special privileges and proclaimed him to be a hero of the revolution. In 1904, he was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in Physiology, and Pavlov died of pneumonia in 1936 at the very old age of 87. Thank you.